No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Hello everyone. Welcome to this video. It's not one that I've been looking forward to. I mean, in some ways it kind of is, because this is the 1-year anniversary of my channel. It's been exactly 1 year since the Jeff the Killer story review was made, and it also pretty nicely coincides with the fact that, you know, I have 1,000 subscribers. I've had 1,000 subscribers for a while. But, you know, just making the Patreon didn't really feel like enough for me. Like, I wasn't able to do much because it was a pretty bad time for making videos, and it honestly isn't still that great. But, you know, I wanted to do something more. And, so for basically the first monthly goal on the Patreon was, if I made like $10 a month, I would do a reading of Cupcakes, and we reached that very quickly. So, I've been putting it off for a little while, mostly because, you know, I've had to deal with school, I've had to deal with trying to find a job, dealing with finals, but, finals have been over. I'm recording this on the 19th, I just had finals 2 days ago. I took, you know, 1 day off, because it's just like, I need a break. I'm tired from the test taking and whatnot, so, getting right back into it, and this is a story I've not been looking forward to, but it's one that I've been requested to do a couple of times. Like, you know, it's one of those stories where it's just like, it's definitely one of those stories that I think you see on a lot of shitty creepypasta lists, which is like, oh, the top spookiest, scary creepypastas or whatever, and it's one of those pastas. It's very popular. Very, very popular. I have no idea what I'm getting into. I've never read it, partly because I just generally kind of don't associate myself with anything in the pony fandom. I've never been on MLP. I've never watched an episode of the show because I see where that rabbit hole takes people. It's not like I refuse to associate with the Broquines, I believe they call themselves. Like, I had a friend of mine who was one for a while, but just the show itself, no, I haven't gone into that. I have not gone down that rabbit hole. I will likely not do so in the future. You know, I'm gonna drop the likely thing. I'm not gonna watch the show. This is gonna be the furthest I'm ever going to get into it. So be thankful. I probably won't be covering any other pony-related creepypastas in the future, which is probably for the best, because apparently this is the pinnacle of them, and I can tell that because this garbage is still on the wiki. Also, this page contains content that is not safe for work and may not be suitable for all audiences. Do you wish to continue to view this page? On a horror website, by the way. On a website for horror literature, where we had 0.000000000, where like his girlfriend, while this guy was presumably in high school or something, or maybe he was in college, might have been in college. Regardless, you know, his girlfriend stripping, getting naked, and then cutting his dick off. But this gets a warning, and that worries me. That worries me a lot, because this might just be really gross. I'm pretty sure it's gross. I know the gist of it, I think, but like, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to this. So, it's quit beating around the bush. Happy anniversary. Thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. Let's do this. Yes, I do wish to continue viewing this page. Cupcakes is a dark fan fiction. I'm already noticing a problem. Because this is just straight up admitting it's fan fiction. That doesn't really seem to fit in the spirit of creepypasta, does it? I don't, wow, I already hate this, because it's, like, the lost episode thing is overplayed as shit, but I think that would be more acceptable than just straight up horse fan fiction. I don't know. Because at least that's trying. And it doesn't come with a disclaimer that basically says, oh, by the way, this is fan fiction. Like Squidward's suicide didn't come with a disclaimer that said this is fan fiction. This is bullshit. I am half a sentence into the disclaimer of this story, and I already have some. I can tell this is my biggest problem with the story already, because this does not belong here. I just fucked with my headphones. Oh my god. Cupcakes is a dark fan fiction set in the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic universe. It depicts the character Pinkie Pie as a serial killer, though still keeping her in-universe bright and cheery demeanor, who drugs her friend Rainbow Dash, drags her into a hidden cellar, and proceeds to slowly and brutally mutilate her body to death. The extremely graphic nature of this fic has made it rather infamous within the MLP fandom. That's the entire story. You just gave away the entire fucking story. So now even the shock value that this could possibly get is gone. Who is this story for, by the way? That's my biggest question. Because it's not for, like, little kids who might accidentally stumble upon this. Because you got that big fucking disclaimer, like, oh, this story is not safe for work. Do you want to continue? And it's not going to stop kids from reading it, obviously. And then you just completely destroy any potential shock value you could get from kids who would be the only ones genuinely disturbed by this. You just throw that away right there. Origin. The Cupcakes fanfiction is thought to have first appeared on 4chan's image board Co, you motherfuckers. I swear to God. Sometime in January 2011, though the date of the original post remains unknown. A canonical reference to the episode 12. There's grammatical errors in this. To the episode 12 in the fanfiction suggests that the earliest possible date of the post is January 7th, 2011. On the Equestria Daily version, the authorship has been attributed to Sergeant Sprinkles. Like, even the usernames have this childish nature to them. Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, Sergeant Sprinkles. This is children, because it's a show for children. The earliest archive instance of My Little Pony fanfiction is Junior Speedsters Forever, posted via Equestria Daily on January 14th. What does that have to do with anything? I don't care. Though many stories on Equestria Daily, I'm not even going to look up that because I assume that's some kind of forum or some shit, are labeled as grimdark, in parentheses, a slang term for a dark and or violent fanfiction. It is the only story with the label grimdark as fuck. So I can imagine that this is going to be the most try-hard shit I have ever read on the channel. I've already been talking for 11 minutes, and I haven't even read the story. Alright, let's get into it. Gotta psych myself up. Let's go. Here we go. This is what people are paying $15 a month for. Let's go. But you know, the weather lately has been, it's been really interesting here. Okay. The air was warm, the sun was shining, and every pony in Ponyville. Can I stop already? Can I stop already and talk about the name Ponyville? I haven't seen the show, so maybe they point this out, but that'd be like if New York was named Peopleville. Peopletown. New People. Fucking Ponyville. I get that it's for kids. I don't feel like that's an excuse, though. Especially when, like, all the horse fans are just like, oh, no, it's a show with really, mature themes and, lessons. And God, I just want to masturbate to all the fucking horse. The stupid name is what I'm saying. Every pony in Ponyville was having a glorious day. The town square was bustling and crowded, and busy ponies filled the streets. Also, how do ponies build a town? How would they do that? Like horses, equines, ungulates are the least equipped to build things. How would they build an entire town? I see, there's tons of new footage in the new Cars 3 trailer, an ad on the side right here, and I have the same issue with cars. How do cars build stuff? How do they do that? Who builds the cars? Do the cars have sex? Because I think, are they made in a factory? Who runs the factory? Is it other cars? I don't know. And busy ponies filled the streets. All the pony folk seem to have somewhere specific to be. It's like it has to remind us that they're ponies. Like we might forget. All except Rainbow Dash. Her place was in the sky. She tore freely through the air, speeding one way and the next, buzzing the treetops and racing the wind. She's a bee. The blue Pegasus swooped over a schoolyard, much to the delight of the children, then climbed several hundred feet and dove, streaking downward as fast as she could. Seconds before hitting the ground, her wings flew open and she pulled up back into the clear blue. Rainbow felt alive. It's dramatic irony because she's gonna be dead soon. I don't know why my face is bleeding. Like, I start reading this story and then my face starts bleeding. That's a real thing that's happening right now. I didn't just make that, like, oh, wouldn't that be a weird thing to happen? No, my face is bleeding. I don't know why. I think I'm dying. I gotta check on my fucking face. Suddenly, Dash, like from The Incredibles, remembered that she had somewhere to be. She was supposed to meet with Pinkie Pie in 5 minutes. Dash had gotten so caught up in her exercises that she'd nearly forgotten that Pinkie had asked to meet her at Sugar Cube Corner at 3. Meanwhile, the people in Peopleville remembered that they had to go meet at Potato Chip Corner. Like, Zabadaboo. Pinkie hadn't said why or what they'd be doing, but Dash knew that with Pinkie, it could be anything. I'm so glad that I know the characters, so that I know, like, I can relate to that. Like, oh, of course, with that Pinkie Pie, who knows what she's gonna be up to? I don't know. Dash wasn't sure if she really wanted to go, though. She was so engaged with her stunts that she thought about blowing... Oh, the horse fuckers would love that, wouldn't they? Blowing Pinkie off to continue flying. But Dash's conscience got the better of her. She knew that it would hurt Pinkie's feelings after all. Pinkie had said it was going to be something special just for the two of them. Dash considered it and thought, why not? What did she have to lose? Heck, it could be more pranking. Heck. This feels like embarrassing to read. I feel embarrassed for myself, and I definitely feel embarrassed for you listening right now. I'm like ashamed to be doing this, and we're not even to the heinously disgusting part yet. Pinkie might have found a bunch more fun stuff to pull on folks, and they'd had so much fun the last time. You remember in those whimsical adventures that were probably in the show. Even Squidward's suicide brought up examples of other episodes, right? Like, even if you don't know what those episodes are, and it just comes across as really awkward. It's trying. This pasta, I'm like 2 paragraphs in, and it's already making me use Squidward's suicide as a positive example. Like, what does that say? What does that say about me? What does that say about me reading this? Dash kicked into maximum overdrive to make up for lost time and sped to her appointment. Speaking of SpongeBob references. When Dash walked into the store, she was immediately greeted by her host, who was bouncing in excitement.
Yay! You're here! I've been waiting all day!
Said the jumping pony. Hey, sorry if I'm a little late, Pinky. I was doing my afternoon exercise and I lost track of time. Dash apologized. Pinky giggled and responded in a gleefully reassuring tone.
Oh, that's okay. You're here now. What's a few more minutes? I've been so excited thinking about all fun stuff we're gonna do.
All fun stuff.
I haven't stopped bouncing since I woke up. I mean, I almost forgot to breathe. I've been so happy.
Dash gave a slightly uncomfortable laugh. I'm very uncomfortable right now. Probably because a pink cartoon horse is being voiced by a very fat man, apparently. She had always appreciated Pinky's friendly, outgoing way of life. But Pinky's overabundant... You can say, like, her. It's like, oh, but her over... There we go. Yeah, that would work fine. But Pinky's overabundant enthusiasm almost creeped her out. 'Cause it's a creepy story. You're supposed to know that it's creepy. Dash maintained a polite expression, however. If Pinky was this worked up, whatever she had planned must be good.
So you ready to get started, Rainbow Dash? I've got everything all ready,
the pink pony said. Dash psyched herself up. Hey, you betcha, Pinky. So what you got planned? We gonna prank somebody? I got a couple of good ones I've been thinking about. Or maybe you got some stunts you think I should try. Or perhaps...
Making cupcakes,
Pinky happily announced. Bacon? Dash was disappointed. Pinky, you know I'm not good at baking. Remember last time?
Oh, that's not a problem at all. I only need your help making them. I'll be doing most of the work,
Pinky explained. Dash thought about it for a second. Well, alright, I guess that's okay. What exactly do you need me to do?
That's the spirit. Here you go.
Pinky handed Dash a cupcake. Dash was puzzled. I thought I was helping you bake.
You will be. I made this one just for you before you got here.
So this is like taste testing or something?
Sorta,
Pinky said. There's a lot of it's just dialogue. There's no really descriptive language being used here. I mean, I'm kind of glad about that, because that would just make me feel even more embarrassed. Also, how is she handing her a cupcake? With what? With her hoof? How does this work? Because horse legs don't bend like that. You can't just, twist it around and bring it... how do you do that? How do you hand it to things? How do they have dexterity? How do you have dexterity? See, this is another reason I'm glad it's not using that much descriptive imagery, because it would just be confusing for me. Like this right here. Dash shrugged and popped the pastry in her mouth. How? How do you do that? She chewed a bit and swallowed. Not bad. Okay, now what?
Now,
Pinky informed her.
You take a nap.
Puzzled, Dash opened her mouth, but felt instantly lightheaded. A wave of dizziness washed over her. The world spun, and seconds later she collapsed to the floor. When Dash regained consciousness, she found herself in a dark room. She tried to shake her head, but found that a taut leather strap held it firmly in place. Kinky. She struggled to move, but braces around her chest and limbs glued her to... because she's a horse. Glued her to a rack formed from a series of sturdy planks, which spread her legs wide open. Oh, come the fuck on. This is gross. This is already gross, but in a weird sexual way, and not in a disgusting gore kind of way. Dash's wings were the only part of her not tied down, and they fluttered frantically while she struggled to escape. As she writhed, Pinky jumped suddenly into her line of sight.
Goody, you're awake. Now we can get started,
Pinky said gleefully. She bounded into the darkness and quickly reappeared, pushing a small cart covered with a cloth. "Pinky, what's going on? I can't move, bada bing," Dash said urgently.
Well, duh. That's because you're tied down,
chided Pinky.
That's why you can't move. I didn't think you'd need to be told that.
But why, eh? What's happening? I thought you said I was gonna help make cupcakes.
You are helping. You see, I ran out of the special ingredients, and I need to get more.
Special ingredient? It's the secret formula for the Krabby Patty. Dash was now breathing heavily and starting to panic. What special ingredient, man? Pinky giggled and responded.
You, silly.
Dash's eyes widened and her face contorted in fear. Then she started to laugh and said in a voice bordering on hysteria, I think you mean hysteric. Hysteria is a condition. Hysteria is a noun, not an adjective. Moving on. Wow, who really got me there, Pinkie Pie? I mean, tricking me into thinking I'm gonna get made into a cupcake. I gotta tell you, this is the best prank yet. Oh, and that's not me saying that in like an obnoxiously New York accent, like, oh, this the best prank yet. No, that's how it's written. This the best prank yet. Hey, this the best prank yet. You win. You're the best, aight? Pinky only giggled even more now.
Aw, thanks, Dash. But I haven't done any pranks today, so I can't accept your praise.
Dash was struggling again. Pinky, come on, this isn't funny.
Then why were you laughing?
Before Dash could answer, Pinky grabbed the cloth and whipped it off the cart. With what? With what? With her mouth? With her hoof? With what? Like, this is more unreasonably, it's upsetting to me. Just, with what? So bad at imagery. On the cart was a tray containing various sharp medical tools and knives, carefully organized and wickedly sharp, as well as a large medical bag. Dash was now in full panic mode. She was starting to hyperventilate. Her mind raced as she tried to reason with the pink pony. And you keep reminding me that they're ponies, so it's just... It's even more distracting. Stop that. You can't do this, Pinky. I'm your friend. I'm your pal.
I know you are. And that's why I'm so happy that I've got you here. We get to share your last moments together. Just you and me.
Pinky was skipping again. Skipping. Horses don't skip. But the other ponies will wonder where I am, see? When the clouds pile up, they'll come looking for me, and you'll get found out. I don't know what that means. I'm fucking clueless about that.
Oh, Dash,
said Pinky.
Don't worry. There are plenty of Pegasus ponies to take care of a few clouds. And besides, no one will find out. I mean, how long do you think I've been doing this?
And with that ominous statement, the light suddenly came to life and revealed the rest of the room. Oh no! Ah no, man! Oh no! Dash reeled in horror at the image presented to her. Oh, this is gonna be gross, by the way. The room was decorated with a typical but twisted Pinkie Pie flair. That's all the description I need to understand what the fuck that means. Colorful streamers of dried entrails fluttered around on the ceiling. Brightly painted skulls of all sizes were attached to the walls, and organs done up in pastels filled with helium were tied to the backs of chairs. The tables and chairs were made out of bones and the preserved flesh of past ponies. This is so bad. Why is it still on the wiki? Literally, why is it still on the wiki? Why? Why? What does this bring to the wiki's image? Like, you've purged a lot of really bad stories that deserved it. You got rid of Jeff the Killer. There's no more Laughing Jack. There's no more Eyeless Jack. You got rid of a bunch of stories that, like, bad creepypasta did. But there's still shit like this. Why is this here? There's other places for this to be, and this isn't even a creepypasta. Whatever, let's just keep going. Dash cringed upon seeing the centerpiece of the table nearest to her. The heads of 4 foals, their eyes closed as if they were sleeping, were wearing party hats made from their own skin. Yeah, that's funny. With a thrill of terror, Dash recognized one of them as Apple Bloom's classmate Twist. Twist is the most normal name so far. Dash's eyes darted back and forth and then fell upon a patchwork banner hanging from the rafters, made from several tanned pony hides. The words, "Life is a party," were scrawled on it in blood red. How much of this shit do I have left? Oh my god. Dash's attention was brought back by a party horn unfurling and tickling her nose. She gaped at Pinkie Pie, who was standing right in front of her. The party pony? You can't expect this to be scary or unsettling when you keep doing shit like party pony. Was wearing a dress quilted from dried skin, emblazoned with cutie marks. On her back fluttered 6 Pegasus wings, all of different colors. As the Earth Pony, I thought she was the party pony, skipped in excitement, her necklace of severed unicorn horns clacked together loudly. I feel quite ill.
Like it?
Pinkie asked.
I made it myself.
Desperately, Dash pleaded with the smiling pony before her. Pinkie, please. I'm sorry if I did anything to you. I didn't mean it. Please let me go. I promise I won't tell nobody.
Oh, Dash, you didn't do anything. It's just that your number came up and, well, I don't make the rules. Sorry, I'm out of breath. We can't turn back now.
Dash was tearing up. How could this be happening?
Oh, don't be sad, Dash,
said Pinkie.
Look, this will cheer you up. I brought you a friend.
Seemingly out of nowhere, Pinkie produced a brightly painted blue and yellow skull. It was about pony-sized, but it had a very defining feature. A beak. I don't get it.
Hey, Dash, let's hang together. These ponies are lame-os. Dweebs,
Pinkie mimicked.
I caught her right before she left town. Remember when
This is just a wall of dialogue that is going to mean nothing to me. Oh, God.
Remember when I left that party for about 20 minutes? That wasn't enough time to play with her, of course. I had to wait till after the party to do that. But boy, am I glad I did. It was worth it for the flavor alone. Griffins taste like 2 animals at once. It's amazing. I know she didn't have a number like everyone else in Ponyville, but when was I gonna get another chance to try Griffin? I probably should have asked where she came from, so I could have gotten more, but I forgot. I'll tell you what, though, she was quite the fighter. She lasted a long time, which was a lot of fun for me. I got the chance to play with somebody other than a pony, and try new things. It's too bad she had such a meanie mouth. She said so much bad stuff, I just had to take her tongue out. You know, bad language makes for bad feelings, Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, that had nothing to me. I was right. I didn't even know there were griffins in the show. I didn't know that was a thing. Now I know that. You learn something new about My Little Pony every day. I want to kill myself. Dash didn't have anything to say. She just sobbed and writhed in her tight bonds.
Well,
said Pinkie with an air of finality,
that's enough reminiscing. It's time to begin.
Putting down Gilda's skull. From what? How was she holding it in the first place? The pink pony gripped a scalpel in the cleft of her hoof. Okay, at least that's describing what she's grabbing stuff with, but that doesn't cut it for me, because horses are the least fucking dexterous animals in the planet. I'm upset. I'm so not even close, and I want to stop. I'm wondering if it's worth it. And this is what's brought me to the breaking point, by the way, is just describing that she's picking up stuff with her hoof. Because you can't... Have you seen hooves? Have you seen a horse with the hooves? Have you seen that? It is nigh impossible, dare I say nay impossible, for a horse to pick something enough! And this is, and I can tell this story is all about it's going to be all about a horse picking things up with very precise and graphic detail. Just precision and cuttings and maimings and mutilatings, and it's all going to be very precise, and a horse can't do that! My immersion is ruined. My suspension of disbelief has been shattered. Calming myself down now. Let's get back into it. Putting down Gilda's skull, the pink pony gripped a scalpel in the cleft of her hoof. Not gonna talk about it, I walked over to Dash's right flank. Without any flair, Pinky placed the blade an inch above Dash's QT mark and began a circular cut around it. Dash shouted in pain, "Ah!" and desperately tried to pull away, but the braces held her still. Finishing the incision, Pinky grabbed a curved skinning knife from the... Okay, why do horses have these? I'm dead serious. Why do these exist in, like, a horse universe? Why does any of this exist? Because again, you know, horses aren't fucking dexterous, but also because, like, that's a skinning knife would be specifically for, like, skinning other animals, and horses have no need to do that. Why would that ever exist? And also, how would that be manufactured? How do horses process metals? Are there horse mines? Do horses mine for metal? I don't know. In fact, what would a horse even need, like a knife for? I mean, what, to cut up their carrots? They just eat the carrots whole. Like, horses are one of the few animals that can chew. They don't need to cut up their carrots. Even we don't need to cut up our carrots. I don't know. Whatever. Screwing up her face in concentration, she worked it under Dash's skin and sliced the hide away from the muscle. Dash ground her teeth as she tearfully watched her flesh peel off. Pinky then moved to the other side and repeated the process on Dash's left flank. Once she had finished, Pinky held up both cutie marks in front of her friend and started waving them like pom-poms. Held. Not gonna bother. I'm not gonna let it bother me. Dash just whimpered. Oh. Her thighs burned like nothing she had felt before. She's feeling the burn. Placing the ragged patches of skin down, Pinky selected a large butcher knife and walked behind the blue Pegasus.
Hope you don't mind. I think I'm gonna wing it now.
Pinky laughed. I'm laughing. I'm laughing a lot right now. She grabbed Dash's left wing in her mouth and played with it for a few seconds, yanking it back so the sharp pain reignited the fire in Dash's flanks. Then, stretching the wing out, Pinky brought the blade down hard at the base. Instantly, Dash screamed and thrashed her appendage. That movement threw off Pinky's aim. She tried to hit the mark again but missed, and carved a huge slice into Dash's back. This is... Like, can you tell the difference in tone between earlier in the story and now, in my voice? Can you tell the difference? Because this is miserable. Okay, we're back. Apparently my phone cut out. I guess it got too full of space because I was spending all my damn time rambling about fucking how horses hold things. So we're just gonna get right back into this. We're just gonna jump right back into where I was before, as much as I don't want to. Let's keep going.
Dash, you gotta stay still, or I'll keep missing.
Scolded Pinky as her friend howled. She's a wolf. Pinky took another whack and hit her target. She swung again and again, blood sprayed into the air, but Pinky realized she wasn't getting anywhere. The blade just wasn't going through the bone.
I guess I forgot to sharpen it. I'll try something else,
stated Pinky matter-of-factly as she tossed the knife over her shoulder, embedding the blade in the table. Tossed it. I'm not even gonna go there. We'll be here for another 45 minutes. Through the haze of pain and tears, Dash heard the sound of a metal box opening and closing.
Got it. Say, Dash, why do they call it a hacksaw? It doesn't hack. Hacking is what I was doing with the knife. This is a saw. I don't get it. And why do we park in the driveway but drive in the parkway? Am I right?
Pinky placed the tool over the mangled flesh of the last attempt. Standing on her hind legs, she worked the saw back and forth with her front hooves. I'm not. I can't go back down the rabbit hole of how horses hold things. I can't do it. It sliced effortlessly through the bone and skin. The feeling of the jagged teeth grinding into her made Dash want to vomit. She watched numbly as her wing flew over her head and landed with a fluff on the table. Pinky moved to the next wing and started sawing. Dash didn't struggle this time. She'd given up trying to fight and focused on choking back screams of agony. Abruptly, the sawing paused. Pinky was only halfway done, the wing hanging off by a sliver. Like, I feel ill in a way that I usually only feel when I see one of those awful Minecraft song parodies, like Eye of the Spider, or that like You on Kazoo video, where it's just like, it's so, I hate to use this word, like it's so cringy that it just makes you feel ill. I think it's definitely more comparable with You on Kazoo though, because that just has this air of madness to it, but this, I don't know.
Hey Dash,
Pinky piped up.
think fast.
Suddenly, Pinky yanked the wing as hard as she could. The bone snapped, but the blue pony's skin held, then tore away. The pole ripped away a long strip of flesh all the way down Dash's back to her rump. Her body seized at the unexpected trauma as her pelvis... Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. As her pelvis tensed up, Dash felt a warm release between her legs, and her loud, unending melody of pain filled the room. Unable to catch her breath, she blacked out. This is going to be the worst anniversary video ever in the history of YouTube. Is this even worth it? Oh my god, I apologize in advance for this, because this is the worst. Like, I don't know how far we're through here. Let's see. I'd say we're about halfway done. Maybe a bit more. And, like, no one complained about it, I imagine, because they understood. But in my condemned iPod video, where I just, like, skipped all the gross parts saying gross, 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 this is why. Because reading just edgy, grimdark shit like this, that's just edgy for the sake of being edgy, makes me miserable. It's gross. I just feel grossed out. That's all I want. I want to puke. Because it's gross. It's not scary though. It's just gross. Dash awoke with a gasp. The stench of her urine filled her mucus-caked nostrils. As her vision swam into focus, she saw a very pouty Pinkie Pie, that's the new toy in the toy line, removing a large adrenaline needle from her chest. Not gonna ask why needles exist. I can't, no. Stomping her hooves, the frustrated Pinkie lashed out at her helpless victim.
Didn't anybody teach you any manners? It's very rude to fall asleep when somebody invites you over to spend time with them. How would you like it if I came over to your house and went to sleep? Oh, I'm sorry, Dash. You're so boring, I think I'll take a nap. You think I like always doing this by myself? I told you how excited I got when I found out you were next. I was excited to have a friend be here with me while I worked, but no!
That actually sounded like a horse. And that's the funniest thing that's happened so far, is me doing that.
You've got to be inconsiderate. You know, I thought you were tough. I thought you could handle anything. I've had foals stand up better than you. Do I have to baby you? Huh? Is that how you want me to remember you? As a baby?
As Pinkie stopped to catch her breath, Dash blinked and sobbed softly. Her back was in agony, her sides were on fire, and there was an intense pain in one of her legs. As she blinked again, she saw Pinkie pop something red into her mouth and began to chew. Noticing Dash's stare, Pinky quickly gulped the morsel down. "What?" Pinky asked.
"Oh, this?
She held up another piece.
Well, while you were asleep, I got a little impatient and helped myself to a small sample. I got it from your leg. You're not bad. Wanna try some?"
I'll just rip off, Hannibal Lecter fucking making his murder victims eat their own body parts. Yes. It wasn't enough to just sit down and write this. You had to rip off, other things. I feel drained, and I've been reading this for 10 minutes. Without waiting for a response, Pinky shoved a strip of meat into the revolted Pegasus pony's mouth. Dash gagged and immediately spit it out. I just retched there. If you want to know, yes, this story is on the verge of making me vomit. Congratulations, author. You got there. You got the response that you wanted. I'm ready to vomit. Pinky frowned and picked up the chunk of flesh.
If you didn't want it, you could have said no.
She contemplated the discarded, snotty morsel, then gulped it up. Just fuck off! Fuck off! God! Ugh!
It's not like you haven't had my cupcakes before.
Swallowing, Pinky turned her attention to a small can on the tray. She removed the lid, revealing that it was filled with red-hot coals. Lying on top of the coals were several large nails. As the adrenaline filled her veins, Dash began to panic again. Picking up the can, not gonna ask, Pinky walked over to Dash's left, holding some tongs with her mouth. Pinky carefully picked up a nail and positioned it at the seam between... Okay, I'm done, man. I'm done. You think I want to read Saw, but with ponies? I shouldn't have put that on. This was a mistake. This was genuinely a mistake. Oh my god. I can't tell if, you guys watching this are gonna be relieved or disappointed, but I'm stopping. This is the first one that I've ever had to just not read. 'Cause, no, I'm skimming through this. And, yeah, I think I'm done. This has been a mistake. I don't know. Maybe I'll think of a better story to read for the $10 a month I'm getting, but this isn't worth it. This is not worth it. I'm sorry. I genuinely thought that this would be... Yeah, I'm closing the tab. I'm done with this. I thought this would be funny or something. I thought it would be the kind of try-hard that I'd be able to make fun of. But, it tried hard, and I want to say it succeeded in making me not want to read it. And I'm sure it also, succeeded in getting some Guro horse fucker off. 'Cause I'm God. As I try to hold down my breakfast, I'm just gonna say it, worse than Jeff the Killer. It's worse. It's 100,000 times worse than Jeff the Killer. 'Cause, not only is it the most heinous and disgusting thing I've ever read, but, worse than Clockwork. Worse than Clockwork in that regard. It's not even a creepypasta. It's literal fucking fan fiction that's just on the wiki for some reason. And I was just now in one of Jacob's streams, and he said that that lol skeletons from the wiki apparently came into one of his live streams once and called him a brony and left. To you, lol skeletons, if you're watching this, practice what you preach. Get this shit off the wiki. 'Cause this is heinous. Like, if you want people to take your website seriously, take that shit down, and while you're at it, take down username 666, take down Squidward Suicide, take down Jeff the Killer 2015, you know what, just take it all down, because I'm fucking done, man. I'm done. This is stupid. This is bullshit. What am I doing? This is stupid. I just got out of a shower, and I feel like I've got to take another one. Cause this is the worst. This is the worst thing I've ever read. And I didn't even finish reading it. Cause I know it's just more of the same. It's more of the same, just saw tier, but it's with ponies. It's with these horses that I want to fuck. And I'm not down with that. I am not down with reading another 20 or 30 fucking minutes of that. I'm done. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, if you did donate, like, if you donated the $5 in part because you were like, oh man, I gotta see this guy read Cupcakes. Because I know, like, Pearl, I know you just did that out of the goodness of your heart because I read Gunther the Butt Pirate. But King, I don't know if you're just like, oh man, if I donate $5, it'll get him there faster. Jacob, I know you've read Cupcakes, so there's no way you would have wanted to put me through that, but a story has never made me feel this simultaneous mix of so drained that I never want to read a creepypasta again, and angry. Like Godzilla NES has left me drained. But I'm not angry at the story, I'm just, like, disappointed in it. And I'm working on that still, don't worry, I just wanted to get this out for the 1-year anniversary, but God. It's just... I'm speechless. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words, because it's the worst thing I've ever read. So, let's check my comment section right now. Let's check my comments to see who the motherfuckers are that requested this story. Let's see. Search the comments. Cupcakes. Oh, I got one here. Hey Fish, ever thought of reviewing that shitty My Little Pony story where the pink one kills the blue for cupcakes or some shit? I'd love to hear you rip on the pile of trash. I did it. I got there. I love this one, because this is just like, it's just completely out of nowhere and with zero context. Because this is on my Squidward Suicide video. Like, I don't know what part of the video he's referring to, because he just says, or in Cupcakes, when Pinkie Pie, or Pinkamena Diane Pie, kill yourself, by the way, killing Rainbow Dash and turning her into cupcakes. Here's a guy asking, like, this is just in some comment thread, where it's just, this guy's just asking me, hey man, do you plan on doing a Godzilla NES creepypasta review? And then the same guy from the Squidward Suicide video says, can you please do Cupcakes? Because I'm a brony, and I would want you to do Cupcakes. But can you also do Jeff the Killer versus Pinkie Pie? Okay, considering you're the first one to suggest Cupcakes, where the comment hasn't mysteriously fucking vanished, I don't think I'm gonna take Jeff the Killer versus Pinkie Pie into consideration, assuming it's around the same level as this. So no. And I've done Cupcakes, and Simon Belmont here perfectly encapsulates how I feel about this. Okay, first of all, Cupcakes isn't that special, it's just a gore fest. Thank you, Simon Belmont, and good luck getting all of Dracula's parts back together so you can kill him again and lift your curse. Good luck with that. Because I did have another comment that suggested that I do cupcakes. And I think it was the same comment that suggested Herobrine, but it like mysteriously vanished. And I just fuck. To whoever wrote this story, honestly, genuinely kill yourself. Cause this is garbage. This is garbage. There is no quality here. I don't mean just kill yourself because like you're a subhuman degenerate horse fucker. I mean just because of how bad this is. You can't even claim the grammar was that good because it fucking wasn't. You can't claim any bit of this was good. I may lose a couple subscribers for the degenerate subhuman horse fucker. Oh, Christ. Oh, God. I don't even care. Oh, I feel sick just... I still feel sick, by the way. So, before I... Oh, God. Before I vomit, I'd like to say, if you stuck around this long... Thank you for, Actually, no, if you stuck around this long, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'll come up with something better next time, I promise. Really, I mean it. Because I honestly feel kind of bad about releasing this, but I promised it on my Patreon, and I have to do it. And I have to do something a little special for my 1-year anniversary, and I figure the story that broke me is probably a pretty good way to round this out. I gotta go do something because this has been heinous. So I will see you next time. Same fish time, same fish channel.